What I'm going to do is, and this is go over my philosophy of knee fighting. Everybody's got a different way they approach it. I like the way I do it because I stay safe for the longest.
That's my problem. I don't have a philosophy.
Yeah, you do. You're just going to
pretty much. I have the berserker philosophy.
All right, so Titus, go ahead and get your guard. Okay, now this is a lot like the regular Detroit A-frame. So my normal guard is like this. But if I stay like this when I move in, you can easily drop that point and cross the right result, or just swing. So there's nothing to just drop that point down and let me gut myself. So when I'm out of range, go ahead and just extend your sword out. See, I'm just outside of his range. So what I want to do is I'll set up outside the range and watch him. If he's not going to come up here towards me, some guys will get up on their knee and like start knee walking, and I'll back out. Most people don't do that. Most people set up and get in their guard and they get ready for you. So what I do is I change my guard. I want to go from this, where my body is open, and I'll close it. Now he can't thrust me. The point of my shield is usually right on my knee, so he can't. It just takes a little flip like that to block a leg shot, everything but a wrap. And if he does go for a long wrap, I'm going to take his arm off. So, with me like this, the first thing I want to do is throw at his eyes. Bang. As I throw his eyes, I'm stepping. So, it's like this. The second step, I put it right by his hip. I've done that because, well, even before, just like you were before, you have a hard time generating enough power. He's going to have a hard time generating enough power to strike me sufficiently on the legs. As I'm moving in, a lot of times I'll just do this to further compound his problem. Now I'm going to back up. Go ahead. As I throw at your eyes, just throw a shot at him. I'm perfectly willing to go for a tactical time to gain a strategic victory here. Because, yeah, I sacrificed all of my offense, but now I'm here. I've got a dominating body position on him. So now I can throw a scorpion at him, which maybe with my tip I might hurt him. Most likely, though, what I want to do is pin him. So, just like any other fight, you have to be conscious of where your range is. It's all about range and timing. By setting up out here, I'm dictating the range. He can't hit me. If he wants to, I'll let him crawl around on his legs all day if he wants to chase me down, because then I can pull him where I want to go. So if you get someone who wants to chase you, if they get up on there, they're doing that one leg thing. Well, go ahead and just do it. I'll try to take your legs. A lot of times you don't want to do that. Now, I don't hardly ever throw that critique shot. Well, look what I did. By throwing that shot, he had to block it, and I got here. Right? After that, it's just a simple trick of getting here, scooping it up, and hitting him in the ribs. Now, when you're fighting a leg opponent, let's just say we're here, and I'm down this and I'm here. Their body is open. What you want to do is pull their defenses somewhere so you can switch your line and attack them. So, a lot of times, most people want to do this, right? You throw the wrap. People will sword block and zone block. That's okay, I'll keep doing this. Look at what's opening up over here, right? So like this. You dictate it. And I did that by stepping back. I opened that because I had gotten this superior body position before, and I'm pinning his defenses over here. I'm dictating the tempo of the fight. I'm doing this. Maybe that wasn't good, right? A lot of times, how many times have you done where you got hit and you're like, was that good? And then keep swinging. That's why I always ask you guys to keep going. I don't do it all the time either, and I'm working on that myself. Because let's just say I pulled back in Mississippi. That one for sure was good. If it wasn't, keep going until they stay good. Now, if I'm here, go ahead and get your guard again. Let's say I'm working this side, right? He's blocking these shots. See that? Now I scoop it because most people have a heater shield. With a heater, you're going to dig in under that point and scoop them. I don't like the hit people in the armpit, but, you know, I'll take it if I can. It's really sensitive, and obviously it hurts a lot. Yeah. The other thing I like to do,
I can tell you that.
is that leg feints still work against people on their legs. Because they're not really wounded, their legs are still there. You have to make an effort to think, go ahead and relax for each time. You have to make an effort to think, oh yeah, I have to take that. Well, that one he would, but let's just say, he'd already lost his legs and you hit him in the leg. You're like, oh yeah, well then you're good. Well, I take advantage of it. Go ahead and get back to that leg. My main shot is a little shoulder feint. People, we're all trained to bring that shield up and put it up in here, right? So now we've got a complete tactical tie. I can't do much against him, so we're locked up. Now, I'm perfectly willing to do this to wear him down. But, go ahead and you can. His legs, he knows his legs and his ribs are open. A lot of times I'll do this, all in one motion. You've seen me do it. I've done it to you. The trick is, it's a hard thing, because if they do nothing, let's just say you just leave your shield up there. Fine. I'll do that, or I'll bring it back and around it, hit him in the ribs. The deciding point is when I get it to here. If the shield drops, I pivot and punch them in the face with my stick. The other thing you can do, go ahead and put the shield back up here. We're all locked up. I'm trying to get him and I'm trying to get him. You can move this foot back. Then people will drop the shield down and hit your head. But I changed the angle. It's all about changing the angles when you get up in here. You do that by either foot movement and changing the angle, or by offensive strikes to move the defense around. See what I mean? One shot you're going to want to work on your pal is this shot. Go ahead. When you go like this and bring it in, it's kind of awkward because you're throwing it at an extreme angle across your bodies. So that was flat. No, not like that it wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, you have no blade left, so I couldn't tell.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Is the gray is your blade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Well, it threw me because I'm like, I know I saw black on it.
Well, and in my grip of my sword, I've got an edge that's right under my knuckles, which is lined up with the blade, so I can tell when it's flat or not.
Okay.
And then I threw that to get that angle.
Right.
One other thing you can do, so you've kept your shield flat, you tied them up, aligned them. Just move it here. Yeah, you're sacrificing that. But you blind them for a moment to move your shield back and hit them or stab them in the face or something like that.
The other thing is, when I got my shield up there, I'm actually putting a little pressure on it, and when you step back, I lost my balance.
Right? That's another good point. Be aware of what's going on when you're fighting your opponent on your legs. Is what are they doing? So stand up and you're pushing back. So if he's going to push back, go ahead and push harder and harder. So a lot of times I'll just sink back. When you sink back, I actually did that wrong. Go ahead and push. Sit. See what I mean? I actually shoved him back the first time. Just sit down. Sit down and squat out. And lo and behold, they'll fall over and you give them head. So, go ahead and here. What I want you to do is, the first thing we're going to practice is getting into and out of range safely. Which, actually, back in a second. So let's just say, go ahead and I'm doing that. You've got to say we're moving around and I can't get them, and I'm wearing myself out and blocking everything. Stay on guard and back out.
Transition, you're most vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you do that, stand up and back out. Stay in your guard. Keep this. Don't do this, because that opens your forearm.
And your elbows up quite a ways.
Yeah. Crank your wrist down just a little bit, so that your forearm is protected like a basket. And then get out. Throw a shot back if you want. Keep them busy. But this gets it, and this will get back to that 3-second training you've been doing, where you need to have a shot clock. Get into range, get your business done, and get out. Stay safe while you're doing it.
Get in, keep business done, get out.
Right.
I like that.
So, we'll put all those pieces into action here so you can see, okay, this is a real fight from now on. All right? Nope. Good. I set that up with the 2 reps that were not quite hard enough.
Yeah, I expected you to come back again, and I was expecting you to go a little wider this time to come around it, and you came over.
Right.
You did just what he said when he got that shoulder thing.
Yep. But it works because he mentioned it earlier, I didn't think anything about it.
And again, it's a hard movement. It looks like a real shot. But until this point, and since he dropped the shield, I'm trying to pull, I'm directing all of my energy, the Brownos thing, all of my energy in my hip, I'm pointing right here. So I go, huh! He drops the block that. I just did it.